Hello. Hi, guys. What we like? We better with the light on? Let's have a look. Oh, I prefer it on. It's cozy. Cozy. Right. Defend Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Hi, guys. It's Louis in the UK. We are back to defend Elvis Presley together with Team Elvis. So, who we got on? Just briefly, we have got... Let's have a look here. Teresa, Lisa, Jane, chilling in Canada. Stacy, chilling. Diane, where's Diane? Diane, I've just messaged Diane. Let's have a look. Diane, I've just been telling. I had a quick hello with Diane. Let's have a look. Is she on? Yvette, hi Yvette. Let's quickly message. I thought I messaged Diane, but I'll just double check. Yeah, so she's probably fallen asleep. Diane, have you fallen asleep? Melissa, have you fallen asleep? Because Melissa, there's a few of you been sending me bits and bobs. How's Yvette? How's Francis? Stacy? So what I was hoping was we're gonna do part 2 of the medical history. Let me just go back. Let me just find it. What is, I store everything under my name. So usually, if I put my name in, see that? I'll just show you quickly. See that? It's got my name, Louis Macreadis, and then I just store all the bits that you send me. I store it, and then I just go through it, and I pick out the bits that I think will be good. There's a lot on there, probably 1,000 bits. That way, you know that the stuff you're sending me is getting kept. I get so much stuff sent to me. I tend to pick my subjects based on how I feel. So I was going to do funeral footage, but I feel like doing part 2 of Elvis's medical history, medical background, medical problems. That's the mood I'm in. So I do go with how I feel. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sandra. So today, let me just find it. See, look, I've got the funeral footage here, see? But I won't do that now because I want to do that tomorrow. So let's have a look. Elvis, it's called Elvis's, I'll show it you. This is the picture of the one I've chosen. And I know it's a bit blurry with this camera, but I like using this camera because I think it gives the best picture. The only problem with it is that when I go close up, it is blurry, but it doesn't really matter because we're doing a lot of reading today. So it's called Head Trauma, Autoimmunity, Pain and Early Death. And I've took a picture of where we left off. So let me just get that picture up. I took the picture last night with the intention. Let's see if that's it. I think I sort of remember it anyway. Let's have a look. Where are we? Let's find it, guys. No, not that one. I also take pictures of comments so I can read them back to you. Let's have a look. So I did a couple of videos, small videos today. I did the thank you to Vibe reactions, and he's already commented on my Instagram. And I can't find it, but it doesn't matter because, here we are. In 1973, that's where we were on it. So let's find it. I'm going to scroll down to 1973, where it says in 1973, and we can read from there. Now, this is quite a long write-up. I did read quite a lot. So we got up to 1973. So it's talking through all his different medical problems. It's very, very interesting. Let's get to the in 1973 bit. We will find you. Okay. I mean, this is such a good write-up. Such a good write-up. Let's have a look. So I'd read all the way through all different problems until we got to this bit, which says in 1973. So before I start reading that, I hope you don't find it too boring. We did part 1 of this last night, and it talks through all the different medical problems Elvis had, chronic medical problems. He was very, very sick, very unwell. I think almost every part of his body, some in one way or another, was affected by Elvis's different medical problems. We know the story about his this thing where he was a carrier supposedly of alpha-1 genetic thing that he may have inherited from his mum or his grandparents on his mother's side. Now, Amy Collett, who is a member of our channel and was on Presley Mania talking about Elvis's medical problems and history, she has a slightly different view. She's been looking at Dr. Forrest Tennant's book and comparing it with Sally Hoddle's book, Destined to Die Young, and then she's been doing her own research. And so we don't really know what was the cause of Elvis's chronic sicknesses, whether it be autoimmune, constipation, twisted colon, lung problems. He had breathing problems. One of the things that Amy said is that he couldn't absorb medicine properly, so he would have to take 4 times the normal amount to get the same effect. He had not just insomnia and problems with energy, so he could perform regularly. He also had extreme headaches as well. I would say Elvis had dozens and dozens of problems, dozens and dozens. So we're trying to use this to get a feel. There are some pretty good videos out there that give you an idea. I thought I would play a clip of Hidden Minds. Last night we played Unreal Documentaries medical video. I thought tonight Hidden Minds is one of our subscribers, Renee. I thought I'd play a clip of his just to give you a feel for how unwell Elvis was, and then we'll start reading it. So Renee, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to play a small clip of your video with my wobbly hand. Let's just find the one I want to play. Is Renee there? Are you there? In today's... Now, I love Renee's Hidden Minds, Renee's videos. They're brilliant. Let's just see if we can find the one that gives you a feel for his medical problems. We'll just quickly play that, and then I'll start reading through things. I will just go through some of your comments as well. Let's have a look. He's done some brilliant videos, Hidden Minds. But I will say my favorite one of his is the one about his medical problems, if I can find it. Aha. Are you there, Renee? Let's have a look. Don't you disappear from me. Let's have a look. Untold health struggles. So there may be more than one, but I'm going to play this one. So I'm not sure if this is the one that I normally play, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'll play it, then I'm going to check your messages. Then we're going to do some reading together. Are you ready, guys?
Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, is a name that resonates with music lovers across generations. But behind the electrifying performances and the dazzling smile, Elvis faced numerous health challenges that plagued him throughout his life. Today on Hidden Minds, we delve into the untold story of Elvis's health problems and the genetic weaknesses that contributed to his struggles. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935, in Tupelo, Mississippi. From a young age, he displayed a natural talent for music. But even as his star began to rise, his health was already a concern. Elvis's health issues can be traced back to his family history. His mother, Gladys, suffered from various illnesses, and it's believed that Elvis inherited some of these genetic weaknesses. Let's take a closer look at the specific health problems Elvis faced. Elvis struggled with a myriad of health issues, including heart disease, liver damage, glaucoma, and gastrointestinal problems. One of the most significant was his struggle with obesity, which exacerbated his other health conditions. Elvis's weight gain in the later years of his life was a visible sign of his declining health. However, it was more than just diet and lifestyle. Genetic factors played a crucial role. Elvis was diagnosed with alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, a genetic disorder that can lead to serious lung and liver problems. Experts explain that alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency is an inherited condition that can significantly impact an individual's health. In Elvis's case, it contributed to his liver problems, making it harder for him to metabolize certain substances, which could have exacerbated his issues with prescription medications. Elvis's dependency on prescription medications is well documented. Painkillers, sedatives, and amphetamines were a part of his daily regimen, prescribed to manage his various ailments. To cope with the extreme demands of his live performances, Elvis relied on uppers to boost his energy and downers to help him sleep. Elvis performed an astounding number of live shows, especially during his Las Vegas residencies. The grueling schedule took a toll on his body and mind, leading him to use stimulants to maintain his high-energy performances and sedatives to rest afterward. As Elvis's health declined, so did his ability to perform. By the mid-1970s, his once vibrant stage presence was overshadowed by his evident physical and mental exhaustion. Despite these challenges, Elvis continued to perform, driven by his love for music and his fans. Elvis also struggled with glaucoma, a serious eye condition that can lead to vision loss. This added to the list of his health problems, further impacting his quality of life. Glaucoma requires ongoing treatment and can cause significant discomfort and visual impairment. Elvis passed away on August 16, 1977, at the age of 42. The official cause of death was a heart attack, but the underlying health issues and the genetic factors played a significant role in his early demise. Elvis Presley's legacy as the king of rock and roll remains unchallenged, but his story is also a poignant reminder of the importance of understanding our health and genetic predispositions. His life, though tragically cut short, continues to inspire and entertain millions around the world. Thank you for watching Hidden Minds. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow Elvis fans. Don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing stories from the lives of iconic figures.
Well, I think that was a fantastic video. Thank you, Renee. Now, don't
Just
forget,
like her mom, really?
now don't forget, guys, all of us with Elvis channels, none of us are getting our facts completely correct. We are just gathering bits of information together. We're just fans. We're just Elvis fans. We're trying to put it together in a way so we can help defend Elvis. So the thing that I love about Renee's video is he's defending Elvis Presley. We're trying to search for the truth. Now, a lot of time and effort went into making that video. I can tell from the different, just every second of that video, I see the time that went into it. Yeah, that probably took a few days. I would say at least a few days to make that video. So I'm very proud of Renee's videos. I take my hat off to Renee. He's created a brilliant channel, and you go through his videos, and if you don't know that much about Elvis, you're going to learn a lot very fast, very fast. And the reason I played Renee's video is because I think it gives the fans a feel for the medical situation that Elvis was having to live with, but not just Elvis. The people around Elvis, the Memphis Mafia, the friends, the families, the girlfriends. It really did affect everyone in Elvis's inner circle. And so then we can go on and we can read out the document that I found, or the write-up that I found. And this won't be 100% correct. This is from, it's called Med Central. It won't be 100% correct. This will be different bits of information pulled together, yeah, and to give us a good understanding nearer to the truth. Now, Diane just said something. She said, why do they never talk about Elvis's medical problems? And she makes a really good point. We see interviews from all different people, ex-girlfriends, Priscilla, and Memphis Mafia. they don't really talk about his medical problems, his health problems, the problems within his body, yeah, whether it be his lungs, his heart, his bones, his liver. No, they don't really break it down like that. You get every now and then you'll get one, like for example, Charlie Hodge. There's quite a good video of Charlie Hodge talking about Elvis's medical problems. So, but generally, when you see these interviews, people don't mention the medical problems. What they generally talk about is the fact that he was addicted to prescribed medication and that's what killed him. Now, what we'd like to see in these interviews and in the news clips, newspaper clips, magazines and documentaries and biographies, we'd like to see them go into when they bring up the drugs, because they're going to always bring up the drugs. They're always going to use the word drugs. Well, we'd like them to go more into it and delve into Elvis's health history with his mother, his grandparents, and further back in the Smith bloodline. And we'd like to get people to understand the predicament Elvis was in, how much pain he was in, how chronically unwell he was, how sick he was, how desperate he was, how difficult it was for him to get through each day. And then bring up the medication, the prescribed medication, bring up Dr. Nick and the situation where he was trying to give Elvis placebos to try and wean him off some of the extreme medications he was taking for his colon, for his constipation, for his migraine, for his lung and liver problems, for his glaucoma, and we could go on. So what we're trying to do here is get more of a dialogue with Elvis fans, with new people coming onto this channel, and to make them understand Elvis was no drug addict. Now, was Elvis addicted to his medications? Yeah, 100%. Was Elvis addicted to painkillers and sedatives and uppers? Yeah. But he needed them. This is the difference. Now, if any of you out there are on medications, strong medications, and many of you will be, because many of you are over 50, you know that you need your medications. You know it. You need your doctor to prescribe you to eat things to ease your pain, your suffering, to get you through each day. Now, my point is this. It doesn't make you a drug addict. It just means you're unwell and you're trying to fix your problems or at least soothe your pain. So we have to be more understanding for Elvis and just try and see his life in his shoes, his day-to-day life in his shoes. And we are just normal people living normal lives. Now, Elvis, as we know, the pressures he was under were completely different than the average person. And I would even say that his childhood was completely different than the average person. And losing his mum at such a young age when she was only 46, we have to put ourselves there. Going into the army, yeah, how that affected his life. And then once he did get stardom and massive success and loads of money, the pressures that gave him with his health, because the pressure to perform. These movie sets must have been really hard work. So you get where I'm going, guys. Let's just see a couple of your comments and we'll start reading. Maybe the newly announced documentary for Netflix will cover the medical issues. Riley probably has the power to release a sealed autopsy report. This would clear up the lies. That would be great. Tracy, that would be great. We would love that, wouldn't we? Let's keep going. Let's just get back. So we've got Sandra. I'm a grumpy biatch at times, and him indoors don't understand. He takes methotrexate, but tells me it's nearly killed you, so you can do without it. Okay. I've been an Elvis fan since I was 15, and now I'm 71. Still love Elvis. Have loads of memorabilia. Hi, Mary Ince. Now, is that a new name, Mary? Welcome to our family. Welcome to Team Elvis. We are here together to defend Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. We have a Facebook page, Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Livestream. Our Facebook page is Defending Elvis Presley, Louis Daily Livestream. Please join it. Welcome to our family. If you are new, Mary, Team Elvis are going to say hello to you right now, if they don't mind. It's always nice to see a new name. Always. We like the newbies. Let's have a look. So let's see. We've got Sandra and Mary Ince. Where are you from, Mary? What country are you in? Let me just read. Elvis went through a lot of hell for no reason. Elvis had the stress of his life. Parker was a lot on Elvis's back. He sure was, Teresa. It's really hard to get off painkillers. It is, Linda. It is. And he really was in serious pain, wasn't he? Let's just go backwards on a few of the comments. Yeah, Cheryl says, we all know someone who's been addicted to prescription meds. I used to be on steroids for my problem, but thankfully I'm okay now. Let's have a look. Yvette, you're not grumpy. Cheryl, I don't believe I've heard the love of his life ever say he had any illnesses. Yeah, this is what we're saying, Cheryl. So they never say he was ill. They say he took drugs. They say he was addicted. You know, they don't say he was ill. Well, I like to think now things are coming out now. You know, channels like Hidden Minds doing these kind of videos that have made the effort to look into his different medical problems. So that we need these channels, guys. We need. It's a lot easier for me to do a live than it was for Renee to make that video. That video must have took many, many hours. Let's have a look. I believe. So there we are. So Cheryl thinks that he had CHF caused the fluid buildup, which made him look puffy. Is that correct? Even the weight. Didn't they say something like he was? Oh, I can't remember the weight now. That when I read it yesterday, that sounded too heavy. Was it 350 pounds? He wasn't as heavy as that. All right. So Tracy says it was also said that he was suffering from congestive heart failure, another cause of swelling. That's true. Maria says it wasn't obesity, it was bloating from medication. Fair enough. That's fine. So Francis agreed, Tracy, his health issues, in addition to some medications, cause severe bloating. Yeah, definite. So Yvette says, Sandra, it's not easy, but I won't take more because some meds have given me septic shock and nearly killed me. So got rid of most of the struggles on, but it's easy to see why poor Elvis did. Yvette, you know what I'm going to say to you? Check out the keto diet. Yvette, I always say that, keto, KET0. You'll be surprised how much less meds you take when you're on keto. But we're not going to talk about the diet today. Right, okay. I think I've caught up with your messages. So we're going to start reading. Brace yourselves. Let's have a look. Prissy said her hands were swollen when they were at the divorce court. Yeah, that his hand. I've read that. But yeah, he had side effects to his medication. He did. And, you know, yeah, Tracy, keto carnivore. We know it. Linda, he was 300 pounds. These people are crazy. Hey, Louis, I'm underweight. I just need lots of protein. Okay. Get on those ribeye steaks. And don't forget, eat the fat. The fat is good for you. A lot of people don't know it. The fat in the meat is good for you. Anyway, let's not talk about diet. Okay, right. Let's do it. Thought we'd have a few words before I start reading. So, from 22 stone to 8, my God, you should get a medal for that. You should get like an Olympic gold medal for that, Yvette. Right, in 1973, his health started its progressive downhill course at the time. He became very ill and couldn't leave his bed. So it looks like we're going from 1973, okay? After he lapsed into a semi-coma, he was flown back to Memphis to be admitted to Baptist Memorial Hospital on October the 15th, 1973. He entered the hospital with jaundice, severe respiratory distress, marked with swelling of his face, distended abdomen, and he was semi-conscious. Now, I heard about this. Isn't this when he went for alternative therapy, alternative treatment, and someone promised him acupuncture, and they were injecting these things into his spine, and it turned out to be Demerol. And then Dr. Nick found out this was happening and rushed him to hospital. Have any of you heard about this? No newer than 9 physicians attended or consulted in his case. His liver function tests were abnormally high, indicating that some form of hepatitis was present. A major problem was discovered. Elvis had been seeing a West Coast doctor who was treating his painful back with a mixture of meperidine, Demerol, cortisone. Then we got methylprednisolone. Now, I was on prednisolone. It's a nasty little steroid, Thankfully, I hardly ever took it. Presley began to swell due to the excess cortisone known as Cushing syndrome. The swelling in his face never totally resolved. That's so sad, isn't it? Cortisol blood tests indicate adrenal insufficiency due to excess cortisone administration. He had a gastric bleeding ulcer, a hepatitis that his physicians also believed were related to excess cortisone. He was not only receiving meperidine from a physician, he had also been using many abusable drugs. He was given methadone to withdraw from the opiates and suppress withdrawal symptoms. Before leaving the hospital, Elvis was found to have glaucoma in both eyes. He was prescribed special sunglasses by an ophthalmologist and given medications for pain and sleep. Guys, my reading's getting good. I can say the word ophthalmologist. I'm sorted. If you can say ophthalmologist, you try and say it, guys. You're pretty on your way to being a good reader. Ha! And given medications for pain and sleep among symptoms. While hospitalized from October to November 1973, he was prescribed with phenobarbital and methadone for drug withdrawals. Okay. Symptomatic medications for edema and constipation, which is a furosemide, Lasix, Mylanta, Colox. For sleep, he was given ethinomate, which is a Valmid, hydroxyne, which is a Vistaril, and propoxphene and meprobamate, Darvotron. During the hospitalization, he received meperidine for pain and methaqualone, which is a quaalude, and hydromorphone, which is a dilaudid. Whew! What is all that, guys? So, yes, that was a mouthful. So Granham told Elvis that they would be 12 shots with a mid-pain reliever. BS, he did more than harm than good, yes. The barbiturates, I feel, added to his constipation. Definitely, Natalie. I would have thought so. See, you didn't like to read it first. Let's have a look. I love his sunglasses. Come on, Elvis looks so cool in sunglasses. Oh, thanks, Stacey. Come on, I'm doing this. Elvis made a reasonably good recovery, was able to return to performing and functioned reasonably well for a while. His underlying drug abuse, diet and lifestyle, however, progressively continued to take its toll. Unfortunately, by the beginning of 1974, Elvis was deteriorating. His uncle Lester Presley summed it up. He was fine from 1957 to 1974. But from 1974 onwards, he didn't really feel good. You couldn't talk to him even if you wanted to at one point. The Houston Post wrote, Presley looked, talked and walked and sang like a very ill man. Very pertinent is that Elvis constantly complained of aches and pains on stage and off. Elvis was heard to say on many occasions, oh God, I hurt. He again required hospitalization in 1975, early 1975. He continued to have hypertension, high cholesterol, a megacolon, and believed to be related to laxative abuse. God, sounds horrible, doesn't it? Laxative abuse. And could you imagine what it's like to struggle to go to the toilet? It's just... it's quite sad to read. Now, this, guys, if you're new to this channel, I can see there's 34 of you watching. We're here to defend Elvis Presley. The name of the channel is Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. Now, we are just together with Team Elvis. Team Elvis are here now, and we have members and subscribers. We just want to get to the truth, guys. We're fed up with constant rubbish, garbage being written about Elvis Presley. He doesn't deserve it. We want to defend him, guys. And if you're new to this channel and you want to join us, please join Team Elvis and help us defend Elvis. We are literally sick of all the rubbish that is being written about him for many, many years. I was listening to an interview today, and it said something like 800 books have been written about Elvis. Now, Elvis had nothing to do with the making of any of these books. He's passed away in 1977, as we know. And the amount of documentaries and biographies and interviews that have happened, and even books like this. I always bring this up. Books like this. Elvis had nothing to do with the making of this book. This book was written, I think in 1985, was it? Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Now, Elvis had no say in this book. Nothing. This book was written by Priscilla Presley to make Priscilla look good and Elvis look bad. So we're fed up with the lies, guys. We're fed up with the lies. We want the truth out there. And the reason we're trying to look into Elvis's medical problems, medical history, is because we want to defend Elvis. We want to get to the truth. The only way we're going to get to the truth is if we all dig together. Now, a lot of the videos I've been doing lately have been things that have been sent to me by you guys, by the Elvis fans. Diane has been sending me stuff. The Becks has sent me stuff. We've got Lorraine sending me stuff. Stacey and Deborah. I'm getting a lot of people sending me different informations where we can dig and read between the lines and get some truth out there so we can defend Elvis properly with evidence, with documents, with finding some long lost interviews that give us an insight into the truth of Elvis's life, going way back from 1959 right until today, because we're still finding things out, new things that the public don't know about. We are trying to change the public's mind. We're trying to get the public to understand that we have been spoon-fed lies for over 45 years, maybe longer. We have, in small amounts, Elvis did this, Elvis did that, Elvis said this, Elvis said that. It's not fair. Elvis can't defend himself. So we together as Team Elvis, we are going to defend Elvis. We got Elvis's back. And we're going to disagree with anyone that we feel that are saying things that just don't sound right. And that even includes people that knew him. Even people that knew him. If they're saying things that don't sound right, we're going to disagree. Whether it's Priscilla or Memphis Mafia or anyone, ex-girlfriends, could be anyone. If it doesn't sound right, we're going to dispute it here and we're going to discuss it. We're going to do our research and we're going to get nearer to the truth as we can to defend Elvis, because he can't defend himself. Right, let's just check your comments. So like we discussed earlier, listen as much of Elvis interviews. Elvis himself, there's a lot out there. You can hear what a great person he is. Thank you, Renee. As we dig, we find lots of information quite quickly. You can learn a lot of things about Elvis that you never knew quickly. Even with me, with Priscilla Presley, I was brainwashed just like everyone else. I believed all the lies. But with not that much research, I would say only a matter of hours, I started to understand there's a completely other truth to the things that Priscilla has been saying for the last 40 years. And there's a whole nother side to the story. And I realized that Elvis was the victim. Elvis was the victim, not Priscilla. But we are encouraged to believe that Priscilla was the victim, that Priscilla was the cause of the breakup of the marriage. It's not true, guys. We've together found out that the divorce settlement, the second divorce settlement for Elvis, caused a lot of harm to Elvis, put him through hell. Now, this is all new emerging things. A lot of us didn't know about the second divorce settlement. You guys have strong views why Priscilla uses the name Presley. You guys have strong views why Priscilla acts as if she was his widow when Elvis had been divorced from Priscilla for 4 years before he died. You get it, guys? You know, we believed that Priscilla launched and opened and saved Graceland. Well, it's not true. There's more to it. The opening of Graceland was all pre-planned before Priscilla came along. So this is what we're trying to get to, guys. Priscilla didn't move to Graceland until she was nearly 18. Priscilla didn't have sex with Elvis until she was nearly 22. So these are the facts that we need to get out there so that the general public get a feel for the truth. Because the way Elvis is being portrayed at the moment around the world to people that aren't fully aware about Elvis is disgusting and unfair and wrong. So that's why we're Team Elvis, guys. This is why we're Team Elvis. Right, let's just have a look. Yeah, we love Renee's videos. Tracy's going to start a journal recording each lie. Yes, good idea, Tracy. It's a very good idea. At least Elvis could sing, not like singers today. Well, this is so true. Priscilla is not a Presley. She was divorced. She just loved the money she makes from it. She spent her whole life making money off a man that she divorced and had a very cruel divorce settlement with, and she was unfaithful to him just after Lisa Marie was born in 1968, and she had a secret 1 year long affair with Mike Stone in 1971 behind Elvis's back, and then went on to live with Mike Stone for another 3.5 years. This is covered in the live stream we did today, part 1 and part 2 about Mike Stone. And we had a recent interview that was aired last night, and we've gone through that interview and we've broke it down and we've done our own live stream and we've reviewed it. We've given a reaction to it. And unfortunately, Priscilla is no angel. So if you think Priscilla is an angel and is a perfect person and Elvis was the abuser, just do some research. Do some research. You'll be very surprised what you learn. It doesn't take long to find out that Priscilla was also very unfaithful. Right, let's start reading anyway. Thanks, Lorna. It's true. Thanks, Stacey. Right. Dr. Nick saw fit to assign a full-time nurse, Tish Henley. We know Tish Henley. We've done a live stream about her. I don't actually think that's her real name. She's got a different name, but for some reason, Elvis wanted to call her Tish Henley. You probably know the facts behind that. To watch and care for Elvis, both at Graceland on tour. The nurse was to try to keep the drugs away from him, but Elvis was clearly deteriorating mentally and physically and could hardly function alone. Dr. Nick designed a program to ration medications to him and have them administered by the nurse. Now, I know that you guys have got strong views about Dr. Nick, yeah, but I've had many reports from that with Dr. Nick is the reason Elvis lived until he was 42, that Dr. Nick actually extended Elvis's life. And I'm not saying that's true. I have seen many interviews of people that praise Dr. Nick. I also have read many things where people absolutely hate Dr. Nick as well. And it's a complicated story with Dr. Nick, but I know this, they had become very good friends. That is a fact. They were very good friends, and Elvis trusted Dr. Nick. What other single person has brought so much love and joy and peace over 65 years from the talent and his lovely soul? No one else, Tracy. No one else. Right, this program worked quite well for a while. Later that year, Elvis collapsed during a show in Las Vegas. His nurse felt that he had serious drug overdose with respiratory depression. She arranged to urgently fly him from Los Angeles back to Memphis, where he was again admitted to Baptist Memorial Hospitalization on August the 21st, 1975. So he was unwell, guys. All of this was going on, and we didn't know, did we? I know that there was some news clips, archived news clips that show Elvis would put himself or get put into the hospital. But I don't really think we were aware of all of this. He was obviously a very sick man, I reckon, even in 74, 75. A new disease entity had appeared, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. I repeat, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, emphysema. Although Presley apparently didn't smoke, also his liver disease had progressed and his megacolon was present. Beginning in late 1976, Elvis was so debilitated that he shut himself off from the outside world and hibernated in a perpetual twilight of his bedroom, eating platters of cheeseburgers and accepting Dr. Nick's regular pill packets. Now, I don't believe that. I don't accept that he did that. The whole eating platters of cheeseburgers. See, remember, what I'm reading here, guys, is someone pulling lots of information together and just giving us a feel for his medical problem. But do I think Elvis would eat a pile of cheeseburgers? Nah, don't think so. Let's have a look. Elvis was debilitated and he shut himself off from the outside world and hibernated in a potential twilight of his bedroom. Dr. Nick's regular pill packets. The pill packets contained a combination of hydromorphone, amorbarbital, sodium, amytal, methaqualone, dextrafetamine, dexedrine, oxycodone, acetaminophen, percoquet, and a hydrocodone compound, hicamine. He watched television and concurrently listened to the radio after coaxing Dr. Nick, and motivated by his girlfriend Ginger Alden, Elvis seemed to recover. There's my beautiful wife, I think. Hello, beautiful wife. Hello, what you doing? All right, it should be in there on the orange book. I definitely would have written it down. So watch television and concurrently listen to the radio after coaxing by Dr. Nick and motivation by his girlfriend Ginger Alden. Elvis seemed to recover somewhat in January 1977. This upturn didn't last long. Just a few weeks before his death, Elvis became ill while touring in Louisiana. He developed nausea nausea, symptoms of intestinal flu. He also had pulled a hamstring and strained his back. He entered Baptist Memorial Hospital for the fourth and last time on April the 1st. And in 1977, anemia was found along with his chronic hepatitis. Now, I think wasn't hepatitis something to do with Gladys's death? Lung disease, glaucoma, hypertension, and megacolon. It's horrible, guys. Horrible. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, the cheeseburger thing just annoys me, Linda. It just bugs me. It's just bullshit. If you live such a restricted way, the only thing you can do is escape to anything that is fun. Eating is fun. Who doesn't like a cheeseburger? Yeah, but Diana, not a whole massive plate of them. Come on. Yeah, he might have had a cheeseburger, but not 50. That's why it bugs me. That's true, Tracy. Now it's up to us to defend him. So, oh Lord, the stupid stories about sitting in bed and just eating cheeseburgers. It's ludicrous. I think it's ludicrous. I really do. Now, I know Elvis loved his food, but don't forget he had serious problems with going to the toilet. He was using very strong steroids for his autoimmune problems. So, I would have thought that Elvis would worry about what he was eating because he was so unwell. So I'm not convinced. Let's have a look. Yes, I'm sure he ate cheeseburgers. He needed comfort foods like all of us. But to say he was eating piles of cheeseburgers, yeah, I don't like it. He was definitely overworked, doing up to 3 shows a day. I know that he cancelled quite a few shows, didn't he? Yes, bread is a no-no. We are keto. Yvette, you got it, baby. I don't believe anything what they said about Elvis forever and ever. Hi, Teresa. Jane says, when I was little, I remember people saying that he died eating a cheeseburger. Oh, it's just so ridiculous, isn't it? This is why we're called Defending Elvis. Who is that? Hello, beautiful. Hi, beautiful Yasmin. I mean, come on. Sometimes it is laughable, isn't it? The things I get told about Elvis, because I run an Elvis channel, people come up and say things to me. I'm like, do you actually believe that? Are you serious? Where are we? Yeah, I do not eat bread. I do the carnivore diet. Yes, Diana, come on. Diana, how long have you been doing it for? Let's have a look. All of you here is, oh yes, Elvis died on the toilet. It really makes my blood boil. Now, how many people know that Elvis's toilet was twice the size of this room? They imagine Elvis in this tiny little cubicle on the floor. Elvis's toilet was like a giant, beautiful area that he relaxed in. He would go there and read his books there, and it was a very comfortable room. People don't realize. Linda, yes, it's disgusting, but how awful to die on the toilet. Well, he wasn't on the toilet, was he? It isn't straightforward, yeah? Yeah, as far as we know, he was reading that book. Was it the, what was the book called? Something Turin. Tell me the name of the book he was reading, guys. And he stepped forward, I think. I think it was quite a sudden death. Everyone who says horrible about him, they're all just haters or jealous. Or they have been spoon-fed lies for decades, and they're just repeating the lies that they've been spoon-fed. So I wouldn't even call them all haters. I'd call them all a bit stupid. They just need to do their research and look into the facts. Elvis did things in excess. He was eating yogurt because it was good for you. He thought he could eat 5 or 6 times. Yeah, I did. I have read that, Cheryl. Yeah, Yasmin sneaked in and sneaked down. I can't live without bread. Natalie, yes, you can. Bread ain't good for you, babe. Natalie, bread is no. Replace it with different things. Look up keto. Look up carnivore. Let's have a look. Bread is anything made from wheat is bad for you. Will cause inflammation in your body. Look up Dr. Ken Berry. Dr. Ken Berry, and he'll explain to you the right things to eat to improve your health. Tracy, better as I thought. I feel very good. Tracy, better. Diana, sorry, Diana, I haven't read it. Diana, how long have you been doing it for? Carnival? Right, let's have a look. Right, let's get back to reading. Elvis definitely gets a lot of jealousy. That is a fact. Hi, Gio. I heard he was 2 or 3 feet in front of the toilet. You know, we've seen the videos, haven't we, guys? We've seen the reenactment of the day Elvis died, which I don't like them. They make me feel uncomfortable. So Tracy, he died from a Valsalva maneuver, which was triggered by his heart attack. He took a few steps before falling. And yeah, so I think he died within a minute. Is that what you're saying, Tracy? So Diana, you started about 2 weeks ago and have been on Carnival for a week now. It took me a good week to really get into it. Stick with it, Diana. Stick with it. You'll see the best benefits in about another 3 or 4 weeks. You'll really notice the energy levels go whoosh. Stick with it, my girl. Right, I have read The Shroud of Turin. Yes, so it was The Shroud of Turin. Is that the book he was reading? And it is about the burial wrap Jesus was buried in. It is in Italy and where he arose to heaven. It made an imprint of his body and face. It's beautiful. Yeah, I do know about that Shroud of Turin. Yeah, we would have loved Elvis to keep a journal. I do eat vegetables and I love salmon and I do eat salad. That'll do. Natalie, that'll do. Leave out the bread. Leave out the bread. You do need some fatty meat and some eggs. Fatty meat and eggs. Bring some eggs and meat into your diet. You need some fatty meat. The fat is very good for you. It gives you energy. Fat gives you energy. Right, Rosalind. I agree, Linda. It makes me so angry when people laugh and say he died on the toilet. That is a lie. And there is nothing funny about being constipated. It's just cruel, isn't it? It's just cruel. And childish. Right. I hear something. Is there someone in here? It's probably a ghost. Went completely carnival 2 weeks ago. Energy way up and feeling great. No hunger cravings. Come on, Maria. Yes. We're not a diet channel. We're not a carnival channel. We're not a keto channel. But we are. Rosalind, I used to tell those people off. Now I just ignore them. Yeah, best way. I just started a 3-day sardine fast. Good luck. Tracy, you know it's going to do you a lot of good. You know it. I've been constipated and I must tell you it. Right. I'm not laughing at you, Natalie, but this is exactly why you do the right diet. This is exactly why. Look up keto. Look it up. Too much fiber will clog you up. And potato. Don't have it. No potato. No bread, no potato, no pasta, no wheat, no rice, no pizzas. Come on, Natalie, you can do this. Right. The man deserved a lot more respect and was sad to see him at his last concert and still gave anything he had. He sure did. He didn't want to let the fans down. He did his best to the end. His whole body froze in a seated position. Yeah. And I heard that he was biting onto his tongue as well. And I don't want to sound too descriptive, but they couldn't open his mouth, could they? So, not good. What biography would you recommend for Elvis Presley's life? Oh, that's a big question. Rathus. This is a new name. Welcome, Rathus, to our community. Welcome to Team Elvis. Does anyone want to point him to a good biography? Rathus. Am I saying it right? Erathus. Welcome to our family. Welcome to Team Elvis. Right. Constipation is horrific. Eat more fatty meat. Drink more fluids. So the Sheriff Peter Guralnik's books is a good standard. I've read them 4 times. Yeah, and I have heard good things about Peter Guralnik. Why Rathus? Where are you from, my friend? What country are you in? How long have you been an Elvis fan for? Gladys and Elvis, there we are. That's a good book. So, okay, we'll look into... Right, let's have a look. Cheryl... Right. Also, sex. Psychic energy, Ginger said. Sex? Sex? You're too old to have sex. None of us have sex anymore. We're all too old. We know this. From France. Bonjour. Bonjour. Right. Nice to meet you, my friend. Let's have a look. Yes, Deborah's here. Deborah, hi. You're very quiet tonight, Deborah. I hope you're well. Now, Deborah, she's been doing the carnivore keto diet. Deborah, how are you feeling? I know, Rosalind, because they have the mind of a first grader. I've been really interested in Elvis right before they announced the Elvis movie. Do you know what? That's funny. A lot of people were introduced to Elvis through Baz Luhrmann's film, Elvis. Many people. Baz Luhrmann created tens of thousands of new fans, all ages. This is great. Well, you're in the right place, my friend. Let's have a look. Okay, come on, I'll start reading. I get distracted, guys. The cause of Elvis's decline. I'll just quickly read a couple of comments. We have members, subscribers for defending Elvis. Fans want the truth around the globe, around the world. We are very lucky, very lucky. So Marie Ince, you're a vegan. I don't know much about being vegan, but all I say to you is this: have some fats in with your vegan food. So like avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil. These fats are going to boost your energy levels. So you need the fats. People don't understand. Fat is very important. I'm no doctor, no nutritionist. I just know what makes me feel good. We would love to have you as a member. Yes, of course. We love members. You just click the join button and you're part of the clan. Right. The cause of Elvis' decline. Elvis clearly had a disease process that had affected multiple organs, stomach, liver, spine, and eyes. But at the time, his physicians had no idea that he might have a progressive autoimmune inflammatory disorder. The concept of autoimmunity was just starting to be understood. Much to his credit, Dr. Nick gave Elvis the diagnosis of post-concussion syndrome and believed his headaches were a result of his head injury in 1967. Dr. Nick related to me that Elvis was never the same after he hit his head in 1967. And a few of you guys were telling me about this head injury that he had. Just remind me where he did it. You were telling me. All right, quickly read your messages. So, Graunik's interviews on YouTube. Oh, Tracy, I want to look them up. Priscilla's Austrian boyfriend died last year. Richard Lugner. Hi, JD. How are you? Another new name. Welcome to our Team Elvis. So, Richard Lugner. JD, right, Richard Lugner. I don't know who that is. Anyone gonna let us know who Richard Lugner was? I don't know that name. He was 91 years old. That's very interesting. I'm gonna type that in my thing. Richard Lugner. Let's have a look. Richard Lugner. Here we go. I'll try and do it with Priscilla. With Priscilla. Aha. Ta-da. This one. Let's have a look. It's not very clear, but So was that actually her boyfriend? I didn't even know about this one. This is something for me to research. Do any of you know about him? So he was an Australian billionaire. Now, why doesn't that surprise me? What, Priscilla with a billionaire? No, that's not like Priscilla. I'm going to have to look him up now, guys. I'll take a picture of that. There's a lot of pictures of them together. So he was a billionaire. Wow. There's them dressed up. Not very clear pictures, sorry, but that's funny because I've never heard that name. Have any of you guys? Oh, I'm going to have to look him up. Bobby Hunt, welcome to Team Elvis. I'm getting some new names here. Bobby Hunt, welcome. Where are you? Where are you in the world, my friend? How long have you been an Elvis fan for? So JD is in Austria, Vienna. Welcome to Team Elvis, JD. You're welcome to our small family of Elvis defenders. Team Elvis, we're here to defend Elvis. Yeah, we got Diane. We're going to have to look him up. So Diane, is this a different Diane? Diane, welcome. We've got another Diane as well. So he is something for the Me Too movement. Yeah. Quite interesting, actually. Let me just see if it gives me any basics about him. Sometimes you get right. So there's a picture of him when he was young. Doesn't look too bad there, does he? Since I was 5, he was passed when I was 8, but I've loved him all my life. You're in North Carolina. Bobby, you're very welcome to join us, Team Elvis. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for introducing yourself. That's so kind of you. We've got a few new people on tonight, guys. Just so you know, in the UK, it's 10:04 p.m. Obviously, there's quite big different time differences for you guys. A lot of you are in America, but we do get people all around the world. Look, we've just had Eurythus in France, but we get Australia, we get Scotland, many in England, in Canada. We've got people all over. Anyone want to say where they're from? Just post it there, exactly where you're from, so we get a feel for everyone where you are around the world. We've got Diane. Hi, Diane. Another new Diane, this is. Diane, how long have you been a fan for with Elvis? Diane's in Alabama. We've got Deborah in Missouri. We've got Renee, Hidden Minds, with his brilliant YouTube channel. He's in Netherlands. Please subscribe to Renee's channel. Stacy is in Alabama. Linda is in England. Lorna is in Galashiels on the Scottish border. I've heard it's very beautiful there. And Priscilla, Priscilla knew nothing about medical conditions because she wasn't there. And what's more, she didn't care. I know how you feel, Rosalind. So Diane is in Germany. Jane is in England, but she now lives in Spain. And Gio is in the Netherlands. Solid heroes. See, all around the world, guys. We're very lucky. Right, I'm going to read a bit more, but I've been on for over an hour. The wife's going to get itchy. So I'll quickly just read something about Richard Lugner. Richard Siegfried Mortel Lugner was an Austrian businessman in the construction industry of Vienna society. Okay, let's click on it, see if it gives us a bit more. So Richard Siegfried Lugner was born in 1932 and he died on the 12th of August 2024, so very recently, which is what you just told us. He's an Australian businessman in the construction industry, but he was in the Viennese society figure. Okay. He seems like a really successful man. I wonder if we can get an interview from him with Priscilla. Now that would be interesting. An interview of him talking about Priscilla. So there is a... Shall I just play this? Yeah, let's play this, guys.
Austrian billionaire Richard Lugner has died at 91 years old. The construction mogul and socialite passed away on August 12th at his Vienna estate following health issues, including a recent heart surgery, per multiple reports. Lugner's death comes just weeks after he married his sixth wife, 42-year-old Simone Rylander, who mourned the loss in a heartfelt Instagram post, writing in a caption translated from German, "You were the dream of my life, and when I saw you shine at the sight of me, then I knew that I was yours too, in love." She and Lugner tied the knot in June and frequently appeared together on her social media, most recently in a lighthearted video posted August 5th, in which they sported purple wigs. Lugner was known for welcoming high-profile women, including Sophia Loren, Jane Fonda, Goldie Hawn, Priscilla Presley, Paris Hilton, and Carmen Electra as his guests for the Vienna Opera Ball over the years. Brooke Shields, Kim Kardashian, and others are also among the famous names who have accompanied him to the event, as well as Andie MacDowell and Sarah Ferguson. He was known for building commercial landmarks like Vienna's Lugner City Shopping Center. He also ran for president twice as an independent candidate in 1998 and 2016. Austrian Chancellor Karl Nehammer issued a statement on Lugner's passing, calling the magnate a successful entrepreneur and dazzling personality, and an Austrian original who never lost his way. In addition to Simone, Lugner is survived by his 4 children.
Well, he obviously was very successful, and you know, I don't understand why all these women liked him. You know, him being a billionaire, it makes no sense to me why he had so many young, beautiful girlfriends right until he was 91. Do any of you think you know why the girls liked him? Was it his good looks? Or could there be another reason? Please reply in your comments. Could it have been that he was so good looking and a great personality? Anyway, yes. So, come on, if you're 91 years old and you got billions and billions of pounds, you can't take it with you. You're a single man. What are you going to do? So, I just want to welcome all the new people that joined us tonight. We've had more than normal. You know that you're very welcome to Team Elvis. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to have to come back and do a part 3. So what I'm going to do, I mean, it's brilliant, but it's so long. We're only halfway into it, guys. So I'm going to take a picture. The next section is called traumatic brain injury. This is where we are. And tomorrow we're going to come back and do this. I still want to do a funeral, Elvis's funeral video. I want to do that because I keep saying I'm going to do it. So I'm going to make my first video, my live stream tomorrow morning will be the funeral footage. And then we'll go on with the brain injury stuff. So that's it, really. I'm going to have to say goodbye. I'll read some of your comments. Richard was a fine man with lots of charisma and humor and money. Okay, right, JD, I'm sure he was a great person. We were just having a bit of fun. Don't worry. He seems very interesting. I'm definitely going to look him up. I am interested in his friendship with Priscilla because we're obviously running an Elvis defending channel. And Priscilla is a big topic on our channel. So we're definitely going to look them up. So goodbye, Diana. Goodbye, Tracy. Goodbye, Lorna. Deborah and JD, thanks for joining us. Let's just, if everyone says goodbye, then we can just sort of see who's joined us tonight. And people that are, anyone watching now, guys, thank you so much. We really enjoyed your company. Feel free to join us and comment, because we'd love to know who you are and where you are. Let us know your story, why you're an Elvis fan. Thank you, Bobby, the Bex, Teresa, Jane, Geo, obviously Renee at Hidden Minds, and Stacy, and Tracy, and Chilling in Canada. We've got Eurothirst. Thanks for joining us, my friend. We just want the truth, guys, don't we? We are defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. And please join our Facebook, Defending Elvis Presley, Louis' daily live streams, and then we can talk to each other 24/7. So the Facebook name is Defending Elvis Presley, Louis' daily live streams. And this way, when we come off and the live streams end, we can still talk, and we can post our research, our videos, our pictures. And the other thing I use the Facebook channel for is when I go live, I inform you guys. But obviously, if you subscribe, the notification bell appears once you've hit the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified when we go live. So it's very helpful when you are subscribers, because then we can all go live together. So thanks, everyone. So Judith, thank you. Bye, JD and Lorna. That's it, guys. So I'll leave it going for a few minutes, and you carry on speaking. And I'll be back in the morning. I've had a brilliant second live stream. This is part 2. We're going to come back and do a part 3 tomorrow. Take care, guys. All the best to you. Sending you love. Thank you very much, guys.